You've been fasting for a few hours now. Your stomach is growling. You feel a little tired, maybe a bit lightheaded, and you're asking yourself, is this actually working? Here's what most people don't realize. Those uncomfortable feelings you're experiencing right now might actually be proof that your fast is working exactly as it should. Today, we're exploring the signs that show your fasting is doing what it's supposed to do, even when you feel like it's not. Before we begin, this is educational content, not medical advice. If you have any health conditions, please consult your doctor before fasting. Let me introduce you to Dr. Mark Mattson, a neuroscientist at Johns Hopkins University and former chief of the Laboratory of Neurosciences at the National Institute on Aging. The National Institutes of Health considers him one of the world's top experts on intermittent fasting. In 2019, Dr. Mattson published a groundbreaking paper in the New England Journal of Medicine explaining a concept he calls the metabolic switch. Understanding this concept will help you recognize what's really happening in your body during a fast. Part 1. The metabolic switch. Here's what the metabolic switch means. When you eat, your body uses sugar from food for energy. Your liver also stores some sugar for later, like a backup battery. But that backup only lasts about 10 to 12 hours. After that, your body has to find another fuel source, so it starts burning fat instead. When your body burns fat, it produces molecules called ketones. This shift from burning sugar to burning fat is the metabolic switch. And here's the key point. Almost every symptom you experience during fasting is connected to this switch. Dr. Mattson himself has been practicing intermittent fasting since 1980, before anyone even called it intermittent fasting. What he found over 25 years of study changed how scientists understand human metabolism. He discovered that the human body is actually designed to perform well in a fasted state. Our ancestors didn't have refrigerators or grocery stores. They often went many hours, sometimes days, between meals. If fasting made them weak and confused, they would have died out long ago. Instead, the human body evolved to become sharper and more efficient when food is scarce. The symptoms you feel during fasting are part of this ancient survival system switching on. Sign 1. Hunger comes in waves. You might expect hunger to keep increasing the longer you fast, but that's not what happens. Instead, you feel intense hunger at certain times, and then it fades away, even though you still haven't eaten. Why does this happen? Your stomach produces a hormone called ghrelin, often called the hunger hormone, because it signals your brain that it's time to eat. But here's what most people don't know. Ghrelin doesn't increase continuously the longer you fast. It rises at the times you usually eat. If you normally have lunch at noon, ghrelin spikes around noon. If you usually have dinner at 7, ghrelin spikes around 7. But after each spike, it goes back down. Even if you don't eat, research tracking ghrelin levels over 33 hours of fasting found something interesting. Ghrelin was actually lowest around 9 in the morning, even though that was after 14 hours without food. Hunger is not a straight line going up. It comes in waves. So if your hunger comes and goes instead of constantly increasing, that's a sign your body is working normally. The hunger will pass. Important note, normal hunger is different from severe dizziness or shaking. If you feel like you cannot function or you're dizzy for more than 30 minutes, break your fast gently. Listen to your body sign 2, metallic or fruity breath. This one might seem strange, but it's actually one of the clearest signs that your fast is working. When your body starts burning fat, your liver converts that fat into ketones. One type of ketone is called acetone, which gets released through your breath. That's what creates that unusual metallic or slightly fruity smell. This is direct evidence that you've crossed the metabolic switch. Your body is no longer running on sugar, it's running on fat. Dr. Mattson explains that most Americans eat 3 meals a day, plus snacks. With that eating pattern, they never go long enough without food to flip the switch. Their bodies stay in sugar-burning mode all the time, But when you fast long enough, you flip the switch. And that breath is proof. This symptom usually decreases after a few days as your body adapts. Drinking plenty of water can help reduce it, but don't try to cover it up with sugary gum or mints. Those can break your fast sign 3 feeling cold. Your hands and feet might feel cold. You might want to put on an extra layer of clothing. This can be unsettling, but it's actually a sign of adaptation. Here's what's happening. When you eat, your body generates heat while digesting food. This is called the thermic effect of food. When you're not eating, this heat source decreases. Also, when you fast, your insulin levels drop. Low insulin signals your body to conserve energy, which includes reducing heat production. Your body also redirects blood flow away from your hands and feet, prioritizing vital organs like your heart, liver, and brain. Think about this from an evolutionary perspective. When food was scarce, our ancestors' bodies automatically shifted into energy-saving mode. Blood was directed to the organs that mattered most for survival. So feeling cold during a fast means your body has recognized that you're not eating and is adjusting accordingly. The system is working sign 4. Initial fatigue followed by stable energy. In the first hours or first day of fasting, you might feel tired, sluggish, or low on energy. But if you push through, something interesting happens. Your energy becomes more stable. No more afternoon crashes. No more feeling sleepy after meals. What's going on? When you eat carbohydrates or sugar, your blood sugar rises quickly, then falls quickly. This creates energy spikes and crashes throughout the day. When you fast long enough, your body switches to burning fat and producing ketones. Ketones provide a steadier energy supply. No sharp peaks, no deep valleys, just consistent fuel. The initial fatigue is your body going through the transition. Some people call this the keto flu, but it's really just sugar withdrawal. There's another important change happening. Your body increases production of growth hormone. Research shows that growth hormone can increase by 3 to 5 times during fasting. Some studies have found even higher increases. Why does this matter? Growth hormone helps protect your muscles from being broken down. Many people worry that fasting will cause muscle loss, but the increase in growth hormone is your body's way of preserving muscle while burning fat instead. According to Dr. Mattson's research, most people need about 2 to 4 weeks to fully adapt to intermittent fasting. After that adjustment period, most people report feeling better than before. Sign 5: brain fog followed by mental clarity. In the beginning, you might have trouble concentrating. Your thoughts feel slow, like there's fog in your head. But after some time, many people report the opposite. They feel sharper, more focused, and think more clearly than usual. Here's the science. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's total energy. Normally it runs on sugar. But when you fast and start producing ketones, those ketones can cross into your brain and provide steady fuel to your neurons. Fasting also increases production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is a protein that helps keep your brain cells healthy and supports the creation of new connections between neurons. When BDNF increases, learning and memory can improve. Dr. Mattson offers an evolutionary explanation. Our ancestors needed their brains to work at peak performance when they were hungry. If hunger made them foggy and confused, they wouldn't have been able to find food and survive. If you've experienced that shift from brain fog to mental clarity, that's one of the clearest signs that your body has successfully made the metabolic switch. Sign 6. Feeling less hungry after 24 hours. This sounds counterintuitive. You'd expect to feel more hungry the longer you go without food. But many people report the opposite after about 24 hours. Hunger actually decreases. Why first? Ghrelin. The hunger hormone actually drops after the first day. Your body stops expecting food at the usual times. Second, once ketone levels stabilize, they have an appetite-suppressing effect. Your body is getting steady energy from fat stores, so it doesn't send as many hunger signals. Third, without the blood sugar spikes and crashes from eating, you don't get those sudden urges to eat. Research confirms this. Ghrelin peaks at expected meal times, but after 24 hours, it starts to decline. Hunger is not linear. It doesn't just keep going up. Sign 7. Temporary skin breakouts. Some people notice pimples or minor rashes in the first days of fasting. This can be alarming, but it's usually temporary. Here's what's happening. When your body burns stored fat, some compounds that were stored in that fat get released into your bloodstream. Your liver processes these compounds, but if your liver is busy, your skin can act as a secondary exit route. There's also another process at work called autophagy, literally meaning self-eating. This is your body's way of cleaning house at the cellular level. When you fast long enough, your cells start breaking down old damaged parts and recycling them into new components. This cleanup process typically increases significantly after 24 to 48 hours of fasting. Some of this cellular debris needs to be eliminated, and your skin can help with that. So temporary breakouts might actually be a sign that your body is doing deep cleaning at the cellular level. Things sometimes look messier in the middle of cleaning before they look better. Sign 8. Mood changes. You might feel irritable, restless, or emotionally sensitive during fasting. This is common, especially in the beginning. Here's what's happening. When you fast cortisol, your stress hormone increases slightly. This is a normal response. Your body views fasting as a mild challenge and prepares accordingly. Norepinephrine also increases, making you more alert and focused, but also more reactive. From an evolutionary standpoint, this makes sense. When our ancestors had no food, their bodies released these hormones to keep them alert and ready to act. They needed to be sharp enough to find their next meal. So if you feel a bit on edge during your fast, it's not necessarily a bad sign. It means your nervous system is responding the way it was designed to. Deep breathing, light walking, or meditation can help balance your mood, and this symptom usually decreases as your body adapts. Let's bring it all together. The signs we've discussed today: hunger that comes in waves, unusual breath, feeling cold, initial fatigue followed by stable energy, brain fog turning into mental clarity, decreased hunger after 24 hours, temporary skin changes, and mood shifts are all evidence that your body is making the metabolic switch. Here's what I want you to remember. The next time you feel hungry, cold, or tired during a fast, don't assume something is wrong. Those feelings might actually be signs that something is right. Your body is not failing, it's adapting, it's switching fuel sources, it's doing exactly what it evolved to do. Of course, always listen to your body. If symptoms are severe or don't pass, break your fast and consult a doctor. Fasting should challenge you, not harm you. But for most people, these uncomfortable feelings in the beginning are just part of the transition. Push through them wisely, and you may discover a level of energy and mental clarity you didn't know was possible. Which of these signs have you experienced during fasting? Share in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experience. If this video helped you understand what's happening inside your body, share it with someone who's considering fasting, or who might have given up because they felt bad at first. They need to know what was actually going on. Subscribe to this channel to explore more about the science behind what your body is truly capable of. Your body is smarter than you think. You just need to learn its language.